What if I told you that even the kings of the fast food industry have had their fair share of colossal failures? Burgers without buns, fries that promised to satisfy but ended up upsetting, and salads that sank faster than the Titanic. From daring innovations to ambitious menu expansions, the world of fast food has seen it all.
Unfortunately,
not every experiment leads to a trunkload of success. Sometimes it just falls flat. So, let's unravel the mysteries behind these epic flops. McDonald's Arch Deluxe.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
The new Arch Deluxe? Yeah.
Burgers for the longest time have always been thought of as one of the fanciest things after sliced bread. And when McDonald's saw that it was a bestseller, especially for kids, they decided to venture into uncharted territory, targeting the adult crowd with a burger fit for sophisticated palates. So, in 1996, they whipped up this quarter-pound beef patty, topped with crispy bacon, fresh lettuce, juicy tomatoes, and slathered in a secret sauce that was supposedly the key ingredient. All of this nestled between a bakery-style bun. Talk about a burger with a sense of self-importance. But, as we know, not all dreams come true. Despite all the hype and hoopla, the Arch Deluxe struggled to win over the hearts and stomachs of its intended audience. For starters, the taste just didn't seem to match the hype. Sure, the bacon? Crispy. The veggies? Fresh. The sauce? Intriguing, but there was something amiss. Something left foodies yearning for the familiar comforts of a classic Big Mac. Maybe it was the secret sauce that wasn't so secret after all. Or perhaps it was the price tag that left wallets feeling lighter than a feather. And let's be honest, when it comes to fast food, most folks aren't looking for a splurge. They're looking for a treat that won't break the bank. McDonald's couldn't justify keeping the Arch Deluxe on its menu, and it was finally time to bid farewell to this ambitious burger. Burger King's Satisfries. When Satisfries were launched in 2013, it had one intention: to make healthier fries for health-conscious customers, but without compromising on taste and quality. How did they achieve this? 40% less fat and 30% less calories, a new batter formulation that reduced the absorption of oil during frying, and a specially designed crinkle cut to give the fries a crispy outside, mimicking the traditional fry experience. But there was a flaw. Now, picture this. You walk into Burger King and order the oh-so-famous Satisfries. You anticipate a plate of crispy, golden fries that are delicious as well as healthy. But as you take the first bite, you're hit with a perplexing thought. Is this really a fry? Now, don't get me wrong, Satisfries had a good thing going for them. The promise of less fat and fewer calories was alluring, but the taste was a little underwhelming. Sure, they were less oily, but they also lacked the crispiness and the satisfying crunch you'd expect from a fry. And let's face the truth. When you're going for fries, you're not typically looking for something that screams healthy from the rooftops. If you're diving into the world of fast food, chances are you've made peace with indulgence, and that's perfectly okay. Plus, the fries weren't even that healthy. Just a medium order of the crinkle-cut French fries gave a whopping 340 calories. And despite even replacing regular fries with Satisfries in kids' meals, Burger King phased out the side item a year later in 2014 due to poor sales. KFC's Double Down. In 2010, KFC dropped a bombshell on the fast food world. A burger without the bun, but instead, 2 succulent fried chicken fillets. Forget bread, they said. We're taking your wildest fried fantasies and stacking them high. It wasn't just a matter of slapping bacon and cheese between chicken pieces. It was a perfect blend of flavors and textures. The chicken fillets had to be perfectly cooked, crispy on the outside, tender on the inside. The bacon needed to be smoky and just the right amount of crispiness. And the cheese? Well, it had to be ooey gooey, the kind that pulls in a tantalizing stretch when you take a bite. But it came with a lot of criticism. Some hailed it as a stroke of genius, while others couldn't wrap their heads around the sheer audacity of it all. For those brave enough to take the plunge, it was an experience like no other. The initial bite was an explosion of flavors: crispy chicken, smoky bacon, gooey cheese, and secret sauce, all mingling in the perfect blend of indulgence. But, as with all thrill rides, the excitement eventually waned due to the high calorie and fat content it contained. Taco Bell's Seafood Salad. Picture this: a blend of shrimp, whitefish, black olives, tomatoes, and lettuce, all marinating in a tangy vinaigrette dressing. Sounds intriguing, right? Well, let's just say it didn't exactly sail smoothly. In 1986, Taco Bell, which is home to tacos and burritos, decided to cast its net somewhere new. Now, it's not every day you see fast food and seafood share the same plate, so they were venturing into unexplored territories. The seafood salad looked promising on paper, but as the orders started rolling in, so did the concerns. And you know what they say about seafood? Freshness is the key. Sadly, rumors circulated that the seafood might not be as fresh as Ariel's catch from under the sea, and the orders eventually stopped coming in. Perhaps the thought of seafood in the fast food territory was a bit too much for people to stomach. Or maybe the idea of venturing beyond the comfort zone of tacos and burritos was a stretch for Taco Bell's devoted followers. Either way, it became clear that some culinary treasures are best left to be discovered elsewhere. Wendy's Frescata sandwiches. Imagine strolling into a fast food joint and being offered artisan bread, gourmet cheese, and deli meats fit for a king. It's like dressing up in a tuxedo for a backyard barbecue. Classy, but slightly out of place. Wendy's had big dreams for the Frescata sandwiches in 2006. They wanted to dazzle their customers with a taste of sophistication. Sure, the sandwiches looked like they belonged in a food magazine, with layers of savory meat, cream cheese, and crisp veggies. But here's where the tricky part came in. Fast food is all about speed and convenience. We're not looking for a long, leisurely meal when we roll up to the drive-thru or walk into a fast food joint. We want something yummy and satisfying, and we want it fast. Sadly, that's where the Frescata sandwiches struggled a bit. In the end, Wendy's learned that sometimes fast food should just be left as fast food. McDonald's McPizza. In the late 1980s, McDonald's embarked on a quest that was as bold as it was cheesy, to conquer the realm of pizza and challenge the big shots like Domino's and Pizza Hut. The McPizza came with a twist, a thin crust, different from the thick, doughy bases offered by traditional pizza joints. Now, here's where things got a little tricky. McDonald's prided itself on speedy service, but the McPizza demanded patience, and no one wants to wait more than 10 minutes for their fast food. Another thing that gave the McPizza was its lack of consistency as the years rolled by. The McPizza's slice of the market got thinner and thinner until, like a fading comet, it disappeared from McDonald's menus altogether. Pizza Hut's Priazzo. Pizza Hut's Priazzo was one meal that had a lot of potential to sell in thousands or even millions. But like every other fast food failure, it met its death too soon. But while it lasted, it was a pizza adventure like no other. A double-crusted, deep-dish delight that transported taste buds to the heart of Italy. The Priazzo lineup boasted two mouth-watering options: the Priazzo Milano with savory Italian meats and cheeses, and the Priazzo Florentine filled with spinach and sausages. Who wouldn't want to sink their teeth into a pizza oozing with cheese and bursting with delicious toppings? The hiccup in the Priazzo's journey to stardom was its preparation time. While great things are worth waiting for, fast food is all about convenience and speed, but the elaborate assembly and lengthy cooking time didn't quite align with the fast-paced expectations of the industry. Customers who were used to the speedy delivery of regular pizzas found themselves tapping their fingers impatiently, and eventually Priazzo was removed from the menu only about a year after. Wendy's Superbar. Back in the glory days of the 80s and 90s, Wendy's had a grand offering that left customers in awe: the legendary Superbar. This wasn't your average salad bar. It was a feast with not one, but 3 stations: the Garden Spot, Mexican Fiesta, and Pasta Pasta. But like any good story, the tale had a twist. As delightful as the Superbar was, it had its challenges. With so many choices to maintain, it's no wonder Wendy's locations found it a bit tricky to keep up with their regular burger and fries offerings too. And let's talk about the prices. Wendy's knew how to lure the crowds with their all-you-can-eat extravaganza priced as low as $2.99 per person. It was a steal for customers, but maybe not such a steal for Wendy's cash register. Feeding hordes of hungry folks on such a budget-friendly deal meant the restaurant was jam-packed with diners, but the profits weren't enough to keep the orders coming in. So there you have it, guys, a tour through some of your favorite fast food fails of all time.